A quick tutorial that I'm doing for the newsletter. And one thing I do is pick up an older newsletter, in this case, January 2023 newsletter. First thing I notice is at the top, we should just have the D18 logo, which I have in the January, but over here, we've got the actual footer. So if you look at January, that item is all the way at the bottom. And so we want to maintain consistency with this design. Another thing I see is the cover photo. This is a great cover photo, really excellent. We'll want to extend the space on top and then put January newsletter in top. I did that in Photoshop. And if you have interest, I have a template that we can type in January newsletter. But the main reason here is to talk about how to deal with color. So I'm going to just look solely at the new newsletter that Eric was practicing on. And if I click any of these boxes like the one at the top, you'll see a background color called row background color. And if I choose it, there's a number that represents this cream color. And if I select that number, I can copy it in my clipboard. And then if I go to any other element in the newsletter, that one's already cream. Let's see, it looks like all these are cream. They should be alternating between the cream and the brown. But you can go to any item, and if I choose it, I can paste that new color, the one I just copied the clipboard. I'm going to paste it here, and that will turn it to the cream. Now I'm going to undo that because I actually don't want the bottom to be that cream. And you can do this with any of the backgrounds. So going back up to the top, now if you're dealing with text color, so let's say we want this text to be a different color. I go here, I select it, and the text color is controlled by this font color up here, and it will often have the different colors you've used in the newsletter here. So I can choose this brown color. I can do the same for this here. So I'll go to the brown color. And remember, in the older newsletter, you'll see that you start with a cream and brown with the brown colored bug. And then the next story will flip to the darker brown with white type. And each story flips back. So now I'm back to the cream and the brown, and now I'm to the brown and the white. It just goes back and forth so that you can keep seeing one article from the other. So that's another item. And then lastly, we want to check these fonts and make sure the fonts in here are the same as the fonts over here. So those would be some things to check out. If you want to change the color of these bugs, they're actually graphics. So you would go to change here, and in the graphics library, you'll see the different colors here. So that here's the dark brown one, and I can go to other pages here and see other Grash elements. Now the light colored one, you can't see, it's in here. You just can't see it because it's white on white. So I'll let that be the first lesson, some things we can work on to try together, and then see how that goes.